Hey, it's Jeff at Trev Dealing Motorcycles. Today, I got a super special ride of the week. So it's going to be ride of the week today. Let's go check it out.
All right, we're rolling. So this is going to be Trev Dealey's ride of the week. And we're riding out into the mountains, into the desert on the Pan America, and this is the way to test it. This is pretty awesome. Pretty lucky. Got to come down here to California, to the Mojave Desert, through a company called Rawhide. Does training, off-road training. So yesterday we spent all day off-road training, and then today we're out riding. So hopefully everything we learned will be everything we need to do. I got a bit behind here. I had to start up the cameras. But yeah, it was pretty cool getting out and doing all the training yesterday. Had fun, dumped the bike a few times, but it's all right. And now today I get to test out those skills. It's we're not doing as technical a run, but the Pan America definitely takes a beating. It was pretty awesome. Downed it a few times, got the bike back up and kept riding. And these bikes, they've been out there for a while, so they've taken a few hits as they go. And yeah, this is quite the experience, being out here in the desert. I see some dust. I must be getting sort of close. I don't want to necessarily push it too hard to catch up here. There's a bit of loose gravel, not too bad. We went through the sand pits yesterday, and so that's an interesting experience to go through deep sand. And I failed a few times, but I didn't want to walk away not having done it. So I just kept doing it until I made it. Now using my turning here. All right. Now we're going uphill. Oh, I'm getting left. Oh, bit sandy here. Whew, okay. Good job. I forgot this is two-way traffic here. So oh, is this? Well, oh shit. So and then I dumped it. I was just looking. Sorry. I thought we had to stop for a sec. I was tilted. Yeah. No, I was standing when I tipped. So.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Going another 1/8 of a mile, and then you're stopping.
Okay. Yeah, I thought they were kind of stopped there, so I thought I had to stop. So I just stopped it, and then because I was on the thing, and I just tipped over.
Yep.
We're off back on the road. So, anyways, you got to see what it's like to go down on the bike and low speed. A lot of this kind of riding, it's going to be low speed, but the Pan America definitely takes a beating. That was just, I thought I had to stop, and I was stopped on the hill. But we're getting up. This is quite amazing. Oh, this is quite bumpy. It gets a bit tiring, this style of riding. You're standing up all day. You got to stay aware. Stay aware of your surroundings, stay aware of the conditions, the road conditions. Wow, this is amazing. But the Pan America Special would definitely be the one to do it on. A couple reasons: adaptive ride height, that makes a big difference for getting down and touching. The other thing that, some good potholes there, it makes a big difference on is if you are switching between the modes. So in the Special, when you switch between the modes, it does change your suspension as well. And it has active suspension on the Special. So with it, that active suspension, it's quite easy. On the base, you just got to dial it in. But with the active suspension, it's going to change out the suspension. It's going to get stiffer for off-road. On the way here, we rode a bit on the highway, so I put it into road, and then I was like, wow, this bike's very bouncy. That's because the suspension's set up for comfort, and I wasn't used to it because the off-road mode is so stiff, but it's what you need. And so, and we're gonna get up over here. You can see people along the crest. I'm trying to talk and ride, which is maybe, I'm trying to stay focused, but talk and ride, so I'm going to be behind a little bit here. But no, the Special is the one that you're going to want to do it on. Switching, getting that suspension changed up makes a huge difference, and just being able to feel that difference in suspension. It's got an Off-Road Plus suspension as well. The Off-Road Plus turns off the ABS to the rear brake, and it delinks the brakes. Normally, so I have it just in off-road mode. The off-road mode, the brakes are linked, so if I grab front brake now, I'm going to get rear brake as well, which can be nice. Just for an emergency, you're grabbing the rear brake, and grabbing the front brake in emergency, but you're not going to lock up the front tire. The ABS on the front tire will never turn off, though. You can't turn it off. Some adventure bikes do that. On the Pan America, it doesn't. But if you use both brakes, we did the braking exercise yesterday, and using both brakes together, this thing stops really fast. We did a braking just using the front brake, and it stopped pretty quick as well. If you put it into Off-Road Plus, you can stomp that rear tire and get it to skid. And sometimes you'll want that, so if you want to really ride that aggressive off-road, then you're going to want to put it into Off-Road Plus. But yeah, that's really soaks up the road. This road is not bad. It's not super sandy like we've been riding on, but it is, you know, it's not perfect either. And the bike's just soaking it up. And it really, these bikes take a beating. It's amazing. Went out, they had a motocross track, and guys were getting air. So it's pretty crazy to see the Pan America flying through the air. Let's check around this corner. But flying through the air, and a little bit of sand here. Get on the throttle, and but yeah, super cool. And this is quite amazing scenery. Now we're getting to see way down there. Wow. But the handling on these are amazing. and you just gotta off-road, and compared to street is so different. You know, you gotta let the bike do its thing. You know, things that if the bike started going sketchy on the road, you wouldn't want that. But here on the dirt, that's pretty. It's pretty normal. It is definitely tiring. I do feel kind of tired today. It does take it out of you, and it's also hot. I got a Camelback though, but yeah, these are, you know, super capable machines. Really, really amazing. The guys at Rawhide, they do the training for BMW, but they're super impressed with the Pan America, and they spent a lot of time. We were supposed to do this last year, but because of COVID, we didn't get the opportunity, and so we had to wait till now and finally get up there. We're, I think, either the last or one of the last groups to get up and do this training, so I put on for the first day the low reach seat, which I think, I mean, it's good. If you're shorter, it goes down really low, because when you got proper riding boots on, you're a bit up anyways, but with the adaptive ride height, it felt too low. I put back on the stock seat for today in the low position. We're standing up on the pegs all day anyways, but we got a little bit of highway riding. But yeah, this is incredible. This was always my dream. My dream was to get out and do this kind of adventure riding, and I've ridden in all kind of places all over the world. Rode around Korea on a 125 Korean bike, rode in China, but just kind of took local bikes. This is the first time get this opportunity to get out on a premium adventure bike and really get to do some really nice off-road adventure riding, and this is the kind of riding you want to get out. You can do more extreme. We're not doing anything kind of crazy today, but just trying to stay sharp. As you saw, just stopping in the wrong place can down you. I just stopped on a spot that was too steep and I went down. But we have a system. Adventure riding, you're going to want to do it with more than one person, especially if you got the bigger bikes, just if anything goes wrong, or to help out. But it's just one of those ones, yeah, they help you pick up the bike, get you going, and yeah, I didn't. Here's some nice washboard there. Where I was this summer, I was over on Salt Spring, and I mean, normally I got a Jeep, but normally I don't put it in 4x, but got into some gravel roads on Salt Spring, and there was some washboard like that, and yeah, that's when 4x makes a difference. And the suspension on the Jeep, which is really, you know, what the Pan America is. It's a Jeep, a two-wheeled Jeep. It's great for off-roading, great suspension, the suspension you need for this kind of riding, and then also to just the setup. We have on these the Anarchy Wild tires, so they're the off-road tires. They rode not too bad on the road. I did notice a bit that they were, you know, you could feel them a bit on the road, but not bad. You know, you notice they were knobbies. I've ridden really aggressive knobbies on the road before, and I don't know, I don't mind it, but you're not going to be doing the same performance. The The other interesting thing, if you put on the Anarchy Wild tires, the off-road ones, Harley Davidson at the dealership will cap your bike. They'll set up a new cap for the top speed. They're rated at a bit lower top speed than what you would get with the regular street tires. So it drops down your top speed. But I mean, off-roading like this, you're not doing, you know, huge, you know, you're not speed racing. But you can still get it after it a bit here. It looks like we're gonna go up here. But yeah, you can come down to the dealership, take it out for a test ride. Unfortunately, you're not gonna get a test ride like this. But oh, we're going up there. For some reason, I don't know why, I thought we were going the other way. But yeah, if you're looking for a super capable off-road adventure bike, come down, try this out. You know, we got the video here to prove, you know, we're not just saying, hey, yeah, it goes off-road. Here it is, and I'm not a super experienced adventure rider, and I'm staying up most of the time, so that's a pretty good thing. Let's see what we got coming around this corner. So this is supposed to be an active road, so there could be someone coming the other way. I haven't seen anyone yet. Look at that, the wind power. California, it's amazing. Back home it's been wet, cold. And then now getting down here in the sun. Super lucky. Amazing. Definitely crosses off one of those things off the bucket list of things to do. Am I that far behind already? I gotta pick up the pace a little bit. Oh no. Well, yeah, well, no, I'm not as far behind. I thought I was like really far behind. I'm trying to talk and not the best strategy, but hey, hopefully you enjoy this video. Wish you were here. Amazing. Feels like my bike though needs a bit of a chain adjustment. It gets to be on the bumps a bit of a slapper, but maybe not. It really chugs the uphill really good. So yeah, I'll sign off now. I hope you enjoyed this footage here in the Mojave Desert. And just want to thank Rawhide for helping out. We're going to take a stop here anyways, so for teaching us all the skills we need, and just been an awesome experience. And also too, just Trev Deely for sending us out here.
I hope you enjoyed the footage from Zakar, the Mojave Desert, and the ride we did today with Rawhide Adventures and with Harley Davidson. It's been amazing. Come down to the dealership. I am back. I'm still here, but I am back this Saturday. If you want to come check out the Pan America on a beautiful day, take it for a test ride. Might not be quite as nice as this footage, but come down to beautiful Vancouver to Trev Deely Motorcycling.